I met with Jeff Balding from the Grammy. He's the president of the Grammy of the NARAS, and he said that he used to see his resume. It's just amazing, from Celine Dion to Megadeth. Yes, and he was saying, speaking of Megadeth, he said Dave Mustaine lives here now, and I was like, what? But his resume just blew me away. From Philip Bailey, all of these like great singers to like these the heaviest of heavy metal, and that's what I like about it. Also, that all of that is here. And on the tech side, like we were talking, all the studios here and the company Vintage King is just an amazing resource for engineers, producers, and people who are more, I'd say, on the music production side of things. There's a huge music production community here that I'm really excited about. There was an event called Gear Fest that I went to, and it was just amazing. Dave Pensado, who's a world-renowned mix engineer and producer too, he has a festival called Gear Fest, and he has it in Los Angeles, and he has it here in Nashville. And I went, and it was just an amazing experience also, because I got a chance to meet people who are technical, people who produce, who engineer, who are behind the scenes, like vocal coaches, and people who really don't get that much credit, but they are a major part of the industry. They actually are the foundation of the industry. I had a chance to meet a guy named Cook Harrell, who is a major producer, music producer and vocal coach here. And I have a studio here also now. When I moved here, I set up my studio and started meeting musicians and started meeting producers and having them come in and play on tracks. That's a great thing about Nashville. A lot of artists and musicians just want to be a part of your production. Not just like, oh, well, you got to pay me money and this is my rate and everything. A lot of them just want to be on the tracks or be a part of the production, just to learn, just to network. And that's what I love about this city. There is a very genuine interest to be a part of music here. And I'm working with, like I said, the Wootons. They have helped me a lot as introducing musicians. I met a musician, John Donahue, who came here from Boston. He's a sax player and violinist, which they call fiddle here, which I'm still having problems calling the violin a fiddle because that's a country thing. But John came in and he played on a couple of my songs that I'm producing, R&B dance songs that I'm presenting to Cook Harrell, and he put violins and sax on. And he's like, look, man, don't worry about paying. I just want to be on it and just give me credit for being on the production. And that's something that's really, really rare. And it's really good because it keeps the community open. It's not like, okay, well, I've got to worry about really having scale amounts to pay these musicians to play on things. Although it is good, and I understand that we all have to make a living at music, and we should be paid, when it's appropriate. But also just being a part of a production and getting your credit, that's important also.
And how did you meet John? Because there's a lot of different ways to meet people, and we all hear about these Third and Leslie's, the Douglas Corners. But I think you met at some place that a lot of people don't know about, that is one of the coolest places in town.
Yes, this place is called Carol Ann's, and on Tuesday nights they have what they call an all-star jam, and the person who heads it, the music director for that all-star jam, is Maceo Parker's bass player. You have to excuse me, I don't remember his name, but I remember his playing, and he's such a kind musician. This place is amazing. When I went in, when you first walk in, there's just a wide range of musicians and artists there, and they're just waiting to go on stage. So it's kind of funny because you sign in and you put your who you are and what you play on the list, and the band goes on and they play their set, and then towards the later part of the evening, they go down the list and they call up musicians. And I was blown away. When I did some of the background history on Carol Ann's, like I said before, Jimi Hendrix cut his teeth there at Carol Ann's. And there's a big R&B community here in Nashville. And Carol Ann's is that place every Tuesday night. And like I said, Third Lindsay is known for that also. So networking, getting out and going to these clubs. Sometimes, I heard a place called Grimey's and The Basement and Corner Music. All of these places is where I wanted to see. I was told about them, but you have to really get out and go to these places. And then once you're there, you see, you can meet some really influential people who can help you out.